methodical and taking their time in the huddle, getting to the line of scrimmage and getting these plays run.
Pass rush coming. And Rodgers, the perfect throw, and simply dropped by Martellus Bennett. It would have been a first down, and Rodgers is hurt.
He took a big hit at the end of that play just as he got it out. It looked like he might have landed on that right shoulder. That's Anthony Barr. Shoulder, right elbow.
Aaron Rodgers now in his 10th season as a Packers starting quarterback. He's up. I think he's unhappy with that hit after he had released the football, and still following through on the tackle was Anthony Barr.
Well, I partly expected to see a flag at the end of this play because when he lets it go, you could argue that he was driven, into the turf, but we're going to report and see how he is. But now you got Brett Hundley coming in, who has only attempted 11 passes in his career. They really like him, but when you back up Aaron Rodgers, you don't get much playing time, and he has not.
Hundley, a 5th-round pick in 2015 out of UCLA. Played in 4 games last year, was 2 for 10. This year, 1 pass, 1 completion for no gain. On number 12, who is inside the 10. They've created that for the first time in the NFL this year, so a player can get some privacy when they go in there. And Aaron Andrews certainly will be all over that story, as Rodgers takes a hit here in the opening quarter after releasing a pass rolling out of the pocket to his right. It was tackled by Anthony Barr, no flag. This is a hit that has sent Rodgers into the tent, and all eyes watching for him to emerge. It's the last thing in the world you want to see, not only if you're a Green Bay Packer fan, it's the last thing in the world you want to see if you're an NFL fan. Aaron Rodgers being carted back to the Green Bay Packers locker room, and we're going to talk to Mike Pereira as Case Keenum rolls on first down. And a pass complete to Michael Floyd. Mike Pereira, did you see anything out of the ordinary or wrong about this play?
No, I mean, I see a big hit, but remember, when you leave the pocket or on the run, you lose certain protections. You lose the 2-step rule, you lose the low hit protection, and to me, this is just part of the tackle. I don't think he lifts and drives him into the ground. That's all part of the act of being a runner. I just don't see anything illegal about the hit.
All right, Mike Pereira, thank you. The thing you don't like to see, the last shot we just gave you, Brett Hundley comes over to try and give Aaron Rodgers a high five, and Rodgers has to give that high five with his left hand, not even moving the right arm.
We know that Aaron Rodgers has taken a lot of hits this year, and that one was with him getting outside the pocket. When I was talking about a penalty on it, maybe the official would look at that and say, well, he was driven into the ground. I agree with Mike that it was a good non-call, but Aaron Rodgers is one of the toughest guys in this league, and for him to be carted off and heading in, that is not a good sign. If there was any way he could play, he would still be on that sidelines trying to do everything he could to get loosened up. Job of finishing runs and being tough. And of course, that's the story right now with Aaron Rodgers in the locker room.
The only thing we know right now is they're calling it a right shoulder, and he's questionable to return. The one thing I can tell you, there hasn't been much conversation and any expression from this Green Bay Packers bench since he's been carted off.
Of course, the last time Rodgers missed significant time was during that 2013 season with a collarbone injury. They take it a couple of ways. Aaron Rodgers, if you weren't with us in the opening quarter, Rodgers rolling right, flushed out of the pocket, threw a pass to Martellus Bennett, which was dropped, but far more important than the drop was the hit taken by Rodgers. He didn't like it. Had words to say to Anthony Barr, the guy who tackled him after he threw the ball, that you felt like no penalty should have been called. It wasn't.
Yeah, I agree with Mike Pereira, but right now, how does it impact this game? I mean, it impacts it a huge way if you're Mike McCarthy. but it also does for Mike Zimmer. Coming into this game, he said, I know Aaron Jones had a big game last week. I'm going to make them run the ball to beat us.
Aaron Rodgers injured in the opening quarter. We go to the second quarter. No score after a word from your local Fox station. Apparently Richard Sherman, All-Pro of the Seattle Seahawks, watching our telecast today. He's hoping that Aaron Rodgers is A-OK, praying for you. If you weren't with us in the opening quarter, it was a hit after throwing the pass, and not a penalty by Anthony Barr, who put the hit on Rodgers, although Rodgers was really upset with Barr. In fact, had some words for Barr as he walked to the sideline.
Yeah, I think Rodgers felt that he could have pulled up. I agree with Mike Pereira. We weighed in on it. I don't think it was a malicious hit. I don't think Barr was trying to bury him, but they want to hit these quarterbacks, and especially when they're as good as he is.
The biggest story in this game and around the NFL, though, is this. The hit on Aaron Rodgers by Anthony Barr. Rodgers went hard down at his right arm and was carted off.
This will be the line of play. I mean, I can't imagine they're going to...
It's a halftime coming up after these messages and a word from your local Fox station.
Packers fear that Aaron Rodgers has broken his collarbone. This is not yet confirmed. They're still doing tests with him. You see Aaron Rodgers here roll out. He gets driven into the ground by Anthony Barr. And then Rodgers not too happy about having some choice words to Barr afterwards. But this is not the first time. If in fact he did break his collarbone, this is not the first time that it's happened with Aaron Rodgers in his career. And this does not mean also it's a season ender if in fact it is a broken collarbone. You could plate it. He could possibly come back. Last time this happened, he missed 7 weeks. Sometimes you don't have to do surgery and it just heals on his own. But right now, that's the fear for Aaron Rodgers. Team still undergoing tests with Rodgers on his shoulder.
Yeah, Jay, if you only plate it when it's displaced and crosses over. If it just cracks, I've had both my collarbones broken, and I had a screw put in mine the last time because it displaced. But if it's just cracked, then they'll probably heal and he'll be ready to go in 6 weeks, depending on that. If they say they're still taking tests, they're really not. They know right now if it's broken or not. And most of the time a quarterback does suffer his injuries, it's done to the right shoulder. He can see and feel the right side. He can't see and feel the left side. So normally when you get drilled and it's normally the right shoulder. In this case, it was exactly that. Barr came, hit him, pinned him, and you lock your arms up and you have no defense. If you can get your arms up, you wouldn't break the shoulder. But when you see him go down, he goes down like that and all the pressure goes right there. And that's where it snaps.
Breaks himself. Yeah.
Sometimes you got to roll. You're locked up. That's the greatest fear, Howie.
So now the division gets a lot more interesting, and Hundley, who you're familiar with coming out of UCLA, who they've liked a lot. We're going to find out a lot about him.
Yeah, for sure.
It could be a rough stretch here for the NFL. Odell Beckham, J.J. Watt, and now Aaron Rodgers all in back-to-back weeks. There are other games going on in the National Football League.
Look at some of the major injuries in the career of Aaron Rodgers. You go all the way back to 2006. Foot fracture, concussion, and tendon in a big one, the broken collarbone. Missing 7 games in 2013. Heard the halftime report from Jay Glazier that the Packers feared it could be a broken collarbone again for Aaron Rodgers, and we're about to get an update from Aaron Andrews. Davis from the goal.
Packers have confirmed Aaron Rodgers has suffered a broken collarbone. They also are confirming he potentially could miss the rest of the season, Tom.
Well, that is just terrible, terrible news. Not only for Green Bay fans, but for football fans. One of the greats, one of the all-time greats. Off to a great start. Last 3 games, 10 touchdowns. The incredible come from behind wins against the Bengals and last week against Dallas. And you go from a 4-1 team red hot, the Green Bay Packers, you're feeling good, and a long way to go till December and January, but my oh my, how it can change in a split second. Johnson, and now perhaps the biggest single injury to any team we've seen so far. Conceivably, Aaron Rodgers is out for the year with a broken collarbone.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to see any of the stars get hurt. You especially don't want to see the marquee faces of our league, you know, when they're the quarterbacks. And of course, you could feel it in this stadium as soon as he went down, what it's done to the Packers team, in addition to all of the other injuries that they have. And, you know, they've got a lot to overcome as you start to look through the remainder of this season. But, you know, this division is up in the air. I mean, a lot of these teams, all of these teams have their own issues that they're having to deal with.
On first down, this is Aaron Jones, and a gain of 9. And this was the injury going all the way back to the first quarter. Rodgers had released the ball. It was a hit and a tackle made by Anthony Barr. When Rodgers went down, it's when the right arm, you'll see, comes down, and it's been confirmed he has a broken collarbone, the same injury he had in the 2013 season.
Yeah, and you heard Terry Bradshaw talk about it there during the halftime report, and it doesn't take much. I broke my left collarbone, and sometimes the landings don't look like much, but collarbone can break pretty easily, land on it the wrong way.
This game's over, and this was the injury back in the opening quarter. It'll be interesting to hear what Rodgers was very upset about it, was yelling at Anthony Barr as he went off the field. I'm sure believing that Barr could have pulled up and not tackled him at all. There was no penalty. But that doesn't mean that people don't feel like it was sort of playing beyond the echo of the whistle, so to speak.